Okay, so this is my charm review. All right, so I'm gonna shoot right at the hip of my review. Okay, this show actually is so good and it's so motherfucking bad at the same time. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to just let it out. I hate Harry Potter at the bottom of the screen. My favorite sister is Macy and Maggie. I like Macy more, but I love Maggie. Maggie is cool. Maggie is just the shit. Like I fuck with Maggie. Like she's just a true Leo. So according to the zodiac signs of these three sisters, Macy is like supposed to be a Scorpio, but her birthday is a Sagittarius, but she wears a Scorpio necklace and has all the tendencies of a Scorpio. Mel is a Scorpio. Maggie is a Leo. Harry, I don't really give a fuck what he is. Great. Okay. I like the two sisters, but I fucking hate Mel. Mel is so fucking dumb and stupid that sometimes she just like I feel like Mel is put on the show to make you hate her. Like maybe she's not put there to make you hate her, but I hate Mel. Like Mel is so dreadful. Like her acting is so fucking bad that I'm just like, why'd y'all pick this girl? Like this girl is so fucking awful to the point where I'm just like, I felt like this was done intentionally. Like y'all picked like out of all the Hollywood actresses that came to audition, you picked this girl out of so many. You picked like the ugliest girl you could find who could not act. Like it's deliberately intentional. No, like the other two girls can act fine. Okay. So this review is not really to bash these girls. This review is to talk about how the show is not really a show, but it's an agenda. And I'm going to show you the receipts. I got these images from Wikipedia. And Wikipedia shows, like right here, this is Charmed, the original. This is the reboot version of Charm, and these are the reviews and these are the ratings of them. And I'm going to compare both of the original Charm, to the OG Charm. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say OG because them hoes is not gangster. Them hoes is racist. Okay, if you watch the original Charm, you will see how motherfucking racist these motherfuckers were. Like they treated Daryl like he wasn't motherfucking shit. So I really feel like when you slap a cosmic symbol on your motherfucking show and call it Charm, okay, you just asking for all kind of universal bullshit to just happen on the show. Okay, that's a whole nother story for later on. Okay, so here is obviously the original Charmed right here. This original Charmed. These are the ratings, the reviews, when the air date started, when it ended. Okay, as you can clearly see, they have a whole listing of the views, audience, such and such. Now, this new Charmed is an agenda-based show because there's this whole narrative with the black woman with the white man that nobody really gives a fuck about seeing. Like nobody cares, nobody wants to see it. Like, look, I'm not afraid to say this, but white men. Okay, be careful what you say next, me. I don't care for white men, to be honest with you. They're too sneaky and mischievous. If you gotta leave your woman to be with another woman who's not of the same race as you, then that is a direct inclination of mutiny and treachery. And that is all that I will say. No matter what evil intentions that you have, you send a shockwave when it's on mass media, misconstruing even simple things, if there were. Here we go. see the last episode of Charmed? 4.49 million viewers. Now remember, in season 8, the last original Charmed, that season was at risk of being canceled. And now, as you see, the original Charm, the new Charm, hasn't even had the last finale worth of people on the grand premiere. And it's still going to season 3. You had a whole motherfucking season 2 and 3, where you had less than 1 million motherfucking viewers, and you still gonna keep pushing the shit out there? Now I understand the world has changed, and you got YouTubes and Netflix and all these motherfuckers that you can just, can listen your view ratings and shit. Because when this show came out, there was no Netflix. You know what I'm saying? There was no rule. Like, YouTube was just starting to get popping, so I can understand. But you gonna keep putting the show on with less than 1 million viewers, and the shit just getting lower and lower? When we watch the show ain't even all that motherfucking good. You keep putting the black girls with the white man, and the Puerto Rican girl gay as fuck. Then she had a baby, and now she ain't got the baby no more. I'm just like, now look, now you motherfuckers know y'all really doing this shit. To make matters worse, I'm gonna tell you what happened with Warner Brother Production, and Warner Brother produces these shows. Warner Brother, for the first time in Hollywood industry, has a CEO that's a woman. Never has there ever been a CEO woman that has ever been run, and she came into power in 2018, the same year that Charmed, this reboot, came about. Now, she's a Caucasian woman, y'all. She's Caucasian, and she's the first CEO of Warner Brother. Now prepare your mind for this shit that's about to be said next. In this new reboot of Charmed, every single white woman, every single Caucasian woman, I like saying Caucasian better, every single Caucasian woman on this show was killed off in one season. I swear I thought somebody get angry. And I ain't even posted a video yet. Every single Caucasian woman came up dead, with the exception of Lucy. Look at the ratings and reviews of this. Look at the pilot. The first episode is called The Pilot. It's called Pilot. And it had like 2.9, that's 3 million views. And then after that, it just started dropping like a rock hitting the pond. And Nelson Media Research collected the data. They collect data from music and album sales and TVs and movies, and they report it, and Wikipedia just usually get it. So Wikipedia is not the best source of information, as we all know, but it's somewhere in the ballpark. Look at look at that. The last episode that has aired the day that Macy died on the show has 0.72 million views. And I'm like, look at this. And the show has been renewed for a 4th season. And they're going to have another sister that's going to replace this girl. And I'm just I'm surprised that I have watched this show. It is blood awful. And I just can't pull. It's so bad that it's actually good because it's bad. And you can literally imagine it in your eyes as you watch it. Now, I post this image of Lucy because Lucy is the only survivor of season 1 European killings. She is the only Caucasian female that survived. Every single Caucasian female in season 1 died. Every single one. I mean, they're just killing random white women. At one point, they was killing random white women. I'm just like, why y'all killing all these women? You know what I'm saying? Like, you kill all these women on the year that this first CEO Caucasian woman got into power. Like, what are you trying to say? Like somebody help me understand. What is the level of hatred why you would have for your own woman? Now, I can understand why you would hate my people as African Americans. I don't understand why you hate us. You know what I'm saying? Like, duh. We all know. But today, the day has come when you can turn around and you can literally see the white man kill off his woman so he can have my woman, and he kill me, and he gonna kill his woman too. I'm like, now wait a minute. Now that's the new America. So it goes, you're trying to create the new trying to create the white man, trying to create the black woman, and the area of the races to fend for themselves, which has always been the case. But you threw your woman under the bus. But then again, I'm not really surprised because you gave me the right to vote over your own girl. Now, what kind of person gonna let you have the right to vote over their own mama? The white man gave the black man the right to vote over his own mama, so it's really not like a big thing. It's not a shocker to see him like kill all these women, but he killed all the elders on this season 1 were all Caucasian women, and they all motherfucking died. Every motherfucking one, including the girl's mama, who was an elder, she died too. Including the white lighter Tessa, she died too. The white lighter Tessa was murdered too, and then the two girls supposed to represent Billy and Christy, Charity and Fiona, they was murdered too. And I was just like, now Abigail is the only one. I thought they were going to kill her off in season 2. I thought they had a formula they were trying to create, but apparently coronavirus stepped in, and she was really good. She's a great actress. I liked Abigail. I was actually rooting to keep her alive. Jordan, his acting is awful, but you know what? I'm always down to see a brother succeed. I secretly think they could have did better casting with Jordan, but okay. But I wanted to bring Rochelle, who was the original actress in Charmed, and who has spoke out before about when the original Charm came out. If I said Charm, I meant The Craft. But when the original Charm came out, she talked about how it was whitewashed. And I felt the same way too. I'm a millennial, I'm 35 years old. So when I first saw the Charm premiere, I wondered, I had always seen The Craft. I love The Craft. And I was like, why don't they have a black girl in this thing? Like, to just give it some kind of even out. They made it all white. Now, the triquetra stands for mother, father, child. And it's a powerful Wiccan universal, sacred geometry symbol. If you've ever done acid, you'll see it. I've done acid and mushrooms, and before I take off, I always see sacred geometry. This symbol, when you plaster a very sacred symbol on a show, it's going to have a universal effect. And it represents the cycle of life and death. That's what the triquetra means. It means life, death, and rebirth. Literally, life, death, and rebirth. That's why sisters will die, one is reborn, and the whole cycle keeps continuing. And so, in essence, I'm bringing this young lady up because there is a lot of likeness between her and Macy. And I feel like Macy was to avenge her from not giving the credit that she deserved to be in, or have a girl in the likeness of Charmed. And we all went with the narrative because Charmed, the original Charmed was, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be real sinister. The original Charmed, not only, the original Charmed would say that the new Charmed is a ripoff of them, but let me remind you, original Charmed, that you are a ripoff of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and The Craft. So when you guys start picking on these girls, and you're coming for these girls, and da-da-da, let's not forget that you are a ripoff of this movie. We all know it. You seem to have forgotten through all your little claim fame, but you ripped off Buffy the Vampire Slayer that was on its 3rd season when you premiered, and this movie was a catalyst as to why you were even brought about. So don't be blaming and bashing these new girls and not giving. I love Shannon Doherty for giving these girls a chance. And I'm sad that you guys couldn't get one, but the door is already open to somebody else. But you literally, Charmed is a ripoff in a formula written thing of The Craft and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You're witches who fight demons. Okay, great. That's what Charmed is. So this is my review, and it's all over the place because this goddamn new reboot is all over the place. So like, subscribe, and you know the drill if you choose.